This is a video showing exactly what it's like to get awnings installed by Chamberlin. First, to give credit where it's due, they did a nice job on that one. And they did a nice job on this little one over the window. That one right there. Perfect. You couldn't ask for anything better. But then, we wanted one over the porch. This old wrought iron metal I found in an antique store. Bought it, had it stripped, e-coated, powder coated, and I asked Chamberlin to come out. The owner came out, Tim, and he said, sure, we can do that. We wanted the one here. We wanted this little wing one here. This is what we agreed and signed the contract for. But when the guys showed up to do it, the foreman, Tim, he absolutely refused to put this piece in at this angle. He said there's no way it would hold that up and he would not guarantee it, so he put it in this way. I said, well, it's probably not going to fly. It's not what we agreed to. You can see where his spots were down here. So he went ahead and he did it incorrectly anyhow. Also, when he put it in the first time, you can see down here, the bottom part of this metal is 45.5 inches because it has that rod. Now maybe it wasn't his fault because his top was loose, but a good guy should measure and know to keep these parallel, right? Because this top up here was 5/8 of an inch in that way. From out in the street you could tell it was crooked. So I asked him to come back and fix it. Well, when he came back, he put in the little wing pieces here too, and he moved this whole thing. He racked this entire awning out of square 2 inches. I have no idea why. You can see where the old screw holes were here. There's one there. There's old screw holes here where this used to be. I was wanting him just a new piece of metal to cover up all the mistakes. When he was running this stuff through, he also ran a screw through up here. See that point sticking out? That's professional, huh? Now, after he did this and had it all racked out of square, had the owner come back out. This is their third trip. He comes back out and he looked at it. I said, look at it from out here in the street. Can you see how crooked that is? He's like, well, it looks level to me. And I said, I'm not talking about level. I'm talking about crooked with the house. It is out of square. He doesn't seem to get it. I said, sit down in these chairs with me. Look up. Can you see how those slats are all running out of square? Here's the framing square. Let's look at it. Look how out of square that is. See how much that shakes there? Look how much out of square this is. Yeah, that thing should be running like that. That is called out of square. So the owner himself comes out and says he's going to fix it. Mind you, this is the third time Chamberlin's been out. The other guy, when he was running these screws in, he had 4 holes laid out here with marks on them and holes, like he was laying these out in the wrong place. For some reason, on this end, he had 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And those were all just empty holes. So the owner comes out and he puts screws in them. Well, I guess it looks better. I don't know what it does. You can also see how these are all kind of pooched, like they didn't run the screws good in here. Then he says, and I filled in all your empty holes and put new bolts in them. Oh, really? Let's look at these new bolts. Oh, there's a silicone. And there's one jammed in with silicone. That's what you get. I would also like to say that Chamberlin was $700 higher than Alice Awnings, but we felt better with Chamberlin, so we went with them. So, after spending $4,600 on these awnings, I'm now going to pull them apart and fix it all myself. So, that's what you get with Chamberlin Awnings. I'm not doing anything libelous, like I said. Where they did perfect, I said they were perfect. But 3 times to work on that other one and they can't do it. See, this is all nice and square. It's like why they can't do the same thing here that they did over there is beyond me. Anyhow, that's the end of this little video. I guess I better get to work and try to fix it. When it's done, it's going to be nice and straight and square with the house, and I won't have this thing that's as crooked as a dog's hind leg right here. Look down that. This is the kind of caulk job they do too. Pretty nice, huh? The end.